Hey everybody, happy Friday. I was thinking earlier today, we didn't get a chance to have our motivational Monday like we normally do. Um, so this morning when I woke up, I was listening to this motivational speaker. His name's John Gordon, and he wrote a book called The Coffee Bean. And I just kind of want to explain to you the metaphor that he used in the book called The Coffee Bean. And I think it's just a great metaphor for kind of what's going on right now. So in the book, he uses boiling water as a metaphor for tough times in your life when things aren't going the way that you hoped that they would, like the coronavirus stuff and things that are going on outside of our control, right? So picture boiling water. Now picture what happens to different things that you put inside of boiling water, right? So the story starts off with putting a carrot in boiling water. What happens to a carrot when you drop it inside boiling water? Right? It gets weak. It turns to mush. It changes. It gets soft. And just this idea that boiling water makes a carrot completely change what it was before. And then he changes and you put an egg in the boiling water. What happens to an egg that gets dropped into boiling water? It doesn't get soft. Actually, the inside gets hard. It changes itself because of the boiling water. It actually gets hard on the inside. But then the whole idea about the book was putting a coffee bean in boiling water. Think about what happens when you put a coffee bean in boiling water. Now, some of you I know like to drink coffee, but others of you maybe don't know what happens when you put coffee bean. Well, if you have ground up the coffee bean and put it in water, or even just drop a regular whole coffee bean in boiling water, what actually ends up happening is the coffee bean doesn't change. The ground coffee doesn't change. What actually changes is the water that the coffee bean is in. Boiling water touching a coffee bean literally turns into coffee. So the coffee bean doesn't change, the water changes. So think about that for a second. What's the moral of the story? The moral of the story is you don't want to be the carrot. When times get tough, you don't want to turn to mush. You don't want to get soft and weak and completely change who you were, right? But you also don't want to be the egg. And I know some people go like, well, the egg got tough, the egg got hard. Yeah, but the egg changed who it was. The egg got, you can think of turning hard as a metaphor for turning negative, thinking things are always going to get rough and I'm just going to harden myself and I'm not going to open myself up ever again because this boiling water changed who I was and I'm never going to think positively anymore. You want to be the coffee bean because the coffee bean changed the environment around it, right? With its positivity, with who you are, you don't change when times get tough. You change the environment around you. Think about that. So that's your motivational Monday, even though it's Friday. Be a coffee bean, right? When times are tough, when things aren't going the way you thought that they should or would, be a coffee bean today. Change the environment around you. Don't let the environment change you. Have a good Friday, guys.